This is Pastor Joe here. Today I want to tell you how I pray for my kids, because maybe you're like me and praying for your kids is one of those things you know you're supposed to do, but it's just difficult to do. For a long time, I felt guilty about not praying for my kids, but then when I would try to pray them, I would pray the same prayers over and over, and that's frankly boring, frustrating, and hard to continue doing over a period of years. So one of the things that I've learned to do, you may have seen this in something else I've said, is I've learned to take Scripture, meditating on it and its meaning, and then to pray that for my kids. Take that, so then my prayers become fresh because I'm praying for the same things that I always pray for, but I'm praying for them with new words and a new focus. So for example, this morning I was meditating, I've been reading through Genesis 2, and was meditating on Adam and Eve being created, and they were in the garden, and they were naked, and they were not ashamed. And I was meditating on that lack of shame, and the fact that shame was not a part of the original creation, that the shame that we now feel from being naked in public is a result of the fall. So I was kind of reflecting on that and thinking on that, and then there's just different ways that I could then pray that for my kids. I could pray for them that I would not parent with shame. You know, God, help me parent them, not trying to motivate them with shame, but instead motivate them with truth and with beauty and with grace, inviting them up and into what God is doing, not just trying to shame them into things. You know, I can pray that they would have a good sexual relationship with a spouse someday. Like, that's a good thing to pray from that passage, that sex is a good thing and that they would know that, not knowing the shame that comes with the way the world handles nudity and sex, but instead would know the goodness of nudity in marriage. So anyway, those are some of the ways that I have learned to pray for my kids. So in 1 week, it might be, David prays, Lord, give me a clean heart. And so I'm praying, Lord, I pray that through my parenting, as I point them to Jesus, that you would give my kids a clean heart. As I meditate on something, say from James, on where anger comes from, I can pray for my kids in anger in their own hearts and in their lives. So that's something that I've used. It's been pretty awesome in helping me keep my prayers fresh and motivated to pray new prayers for my kids, trusting that God is using the word in me, and then he's going to use that in my kids. I hope that helps. And leave me a note, send me an email if that does help.